That sucks. Okay. Alright. Never let you go. Once again, I won't let you go. You guys can see that I'm getting onto Discord. Huh? Maybe. Cool. Never let you go. Once again, I cannot you. This one. Alright. Cool. So what I want to do for this, and now we've had like 3 minutes of like absolute quiet, but you know, it's aight. I want to add a dark mode for my website. So right now, it looks like and I'll give it a second to catch up because I know there's a little bit of latency. So I'm just gonna give it a second. Okay, we're gonna give it another second. I need to oil my chair, it's super squeaky. Alright, here we go. So right now, it's fine, but it's really bright. So what I want to do is I want to change the background to black, my text to white. And then I'm going to see how that looks with the green, but I might change the green to something else. Maybe like purple and white text. I don't know, purple and black might be too cyberpunk-y. We'll see. But at least the goal is to change this to white and then this to black. And the way I'm going to do this is by adding a new CSS sheet and a little toggle button on my page. And then when you toggle it, we'll write a little bit of JavaScript to have it switch style sheets, which shouldn't be too terrible. I'm hoping that this won't be terrible. We'll see. Alright. So, with that being said, let's just dive into some code. I'm going to hop back. And the first thing I'm going to do is make a new CSS. And then, since I'm switching the sheets, I want everything else to stay the same, so I'm just going to copy paste it. I'm sure there is a more effective way to do this, but I'm going for simplicity here. So I've made a new CSS page, and I've just copied my regular CSS in here. I also want to go through and change these hard styles to relative sizes. I don't think I'm going to do that today, but I'm just going to add a little note. my to-do thing that I want to do that. We'll keep on keeping on. Alright. So it's my footer, great. This, what is this wraparound? Does it wrap around everything? No. Alright. So my header, oh actually that's perfect, yeah. So I'm looking at this container ID. I'm sorry, I'm looking at this content class, not B, and seeing what it wraps around, and it wraps around everything that I want to change the color of. Because I don't really want to change the header and the footer yet. I want to see what it looks like just changing the background. Oh, my brain just totally stopped working. Cool. Useful. Alright, so this class right here is the thing I want to change. I'm going to go back over to my dark mode, and in this content, we're just going to, background, color, black, font, oops, nope, just regular color. Wait, this being said, the way that I'm doing this might not be respectful to people if they have high contrast set up on their machines, but since they have to actively opt into this with clicking the button in it, I'm not overly concerned about it, but I would like to say that doing it like this might mess with people if they have like high contrast turned on their device. Alright, so now let's take a look, and just to test it real fast, I'm just going to take my index.html and I'm just going to put this in dark mode, so I just want to see what it looks like, see if I hate it, save it, and then I'm going to open this guy with live server and give it a second. Oh, that's ugly. It's very ugly. I'm trying to decide what I hate about it. I think this is too jarring, I think. So I think I want to put some padding on this image. Which is called what? It's depth class. Where does ID? You can just play with the ID though. What ID does it have? Oh, what's his images class? Oh, that's to give it the box shadow. So I'm gonna take that ID and just give it some padding in the top because I don't like how it looks. I'm gonna do that for both of them. I don't super have this super organized. I should go through and do a better job organizing it. I guess actually what I could do is I can move this guy up here. Oh. And then I can put my other ID right here, and then at least it's types, IDs and classes, and that's something. Alright, is that right? Is that what it is? Yes. Okay, and I'm just going to give it some padding. Let's do this. And then, and this is also why I think this way that I'm doing this is a bad idea, because, oops, whoop, because every time I want to change something, I have to change it on both, and that's obviously not great. Nope. Alright, and then let's take a look at Chrome. Whoop, that is the wrong ID that I changed right there. Cool. Yep. Oops. Oops. And that's also too big, so that's good to know. So I'm just going to get rid of that for both of them. And then I'm just going to go ahead and give this an idea of like selfie or something dumb. Selfie. Yay, so cute. And then let's do like I don't know. So 5 was too big, so let's just do 1 EM and take a look. See how that looks. And then I'm gonna also put it in dark mode. Again, there are probably like better ways to do this. So then, yeah, let's see how that looks now. Yeah, that's what I want. Cool, cool, cool. That looks better. I don't know if this green and black is too jarring. Maybe dark gray instead of black will be less jarring. I don't know if this has a capital. Let's do this like slate gray. That'll be nice. Okay. Oh, I hate that. That's hideous. No, 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 no. That's a no for me. Oops. Alright, I'm gonna go and open up a color picker. Yeah, definitely, like, this playing with the dark mode isn't too terrible right now. I'm just trying to figure out what colors I want to do. Yeah, slightly darker green, that's what I'm thinking. But I'm going to open up a hex color picker and we're just going to do that is what I'm going to do. Maybe go to Adobe. Oh yeah, let's go look at the color Adobe, please. Hit. Yeah, and I don't mind. I think I want to change the links to white anyways for dark mode because that's what the text is doing anyways, so that might make it a little bit more coherent. So I think I might do like, I don't know. Alright, I want to do, I'm gonna take this boy and make it black. Actually, give me like, that's close. This is a nice green, and I like this purple. Kind of like the purple and black, and then make the text white. Yeah, I like that. I think that'll look nice. And then I know like my pictures are still really bright, so maybe this dark green and black. Yeah, that's very like programmy. I like that. So we're gonna make this black. We're gonna leave the text colored white. We're gonna leave that padding in there because I think it looks nice. Then in here we're gonna make this white We're gonna make this white. Ooh, blah. And you don't know what color you want. You just type them all. White. And then I'm gonna change this to this like nice, whoops. I don't know why I keep expecting it to select the whole thing for me, but it does not want to. And then we'll do the same thing here. Make this white. And make this white. Make this the dark green. Save it. And take a look. Hello. Alright, so let's see what it looks like. Alright, that's less jarring for sure. I'm still not in love with it, but it's definitely less jarring. I saw I have kind of a custom keyboard. I don't have a custom keyboard. I have a gaming keyboard from Amazon. I don't know what kind of switches it has. It was like a $20 keyboard though, so I'm assuming pretty cheap ones. I bought it because it's really big and it's white. I think that's nice. I'm going to stick with that because that's good enough and we can tweak it later, but I think that this is high contrast and still has the nice flow and looks nice with like this photo here, and then it kind of complements like the photos from my portfolio too. So it looks like I did on purpose. I might change these links to have a different color because they're kind of dark right now. They've already been selected too, but for right now I like that. Alright. So that is the CSS part. I'm gonna save that. I want to go ahead and set my default back to my site so I don't forget, because I still like that one more. And what I want to do next is I want to make a little toggle. I have actually a code pen that I made a while ago that I really liked, so I'm going to hunt for that and then just use it again, because it's a little sun and moon anyways. So I think that'll be really cute, and you know, I've already made it, so I might as well use it again. I want to get a new computer, y'all. I know I haven't paid this one off yet, but I want to get a new computer because this one's slow. Oh, these are tooltips. That's something I want. See, I don't really like the clicky. I bought this because I work off my laptop and my laptop is very small. I like having some key action, but I don't like the noise. Yeah, you can do that. That's actually not terrible. That's not too hard to do. I think that'd be fun. We're just gonna do it whether or not they click this button. But I am just hunting for that pen. Should probably hold. Also, if you're interested in like bulking up your CSS skills, I'll talk about this in class too, but I highly recommend doing 100 days. It's called like Daily UI 100 Challenge, something like that. I'll find the link and post it for you guys. but there is, it's a really nice thing to like just bulk up your skills because you do something every single day. And it definitely made me faster at doing this. I also did a bunch of stupid stuff. Yeah, linear switches, yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna make a custom keyboard. I literally bought a $20 keyboard, and that was the extent of my fanciness. Cause I am lazy. It's very sad. I've made a lot of weird things on CodePen. You know what? I realize I'm like manually clicking through this, and I wrote a whole thing about how to do this. Alright, well, I was going to reuse my code because I thought it would be faster, but I think I might be mistaken. Yeah, one of my exes was super into, oh, I found it. Ha, okay, excellent. Was super into keyboards and like would custom make them and all that, like, so I'm like, nah. Alright. So I have, some code here. I'll show you guys it. Oh, maybe not. That was weird. Alright, give me just a second to find where I put that. Because it totally disappeared. Whoop, there we go. Alright. Yeah, this keyboard's not too bad. It's pretty easy to clean. It could probably use another blowout, but it's not too bad. I'm gonna give the video stream a second to catch up, and then I'll show you guys what I'm doing. Okay. Alright, and then I'm gonna have to play with my software too because it doesn't super like to behave how I want it to. Alright, so this is what my little switches are gonna look like. I'm gonna give it a second to drag with it. I don't know how to get my OBS stuff to resize appropriately, but it doesn't want to, that's for sure. So here's what my little switch looks like now. It defaults to night mode, so I'm gonna have to do some code switching because I want it to be in the bright mode first. And I don't need the little sun. I might leave him and give him a label. So. Cool. So I want it to be this side first, but I think that doesn't change my HTML at all. Yeah, on click daytime. Yeah, so I'm going to rename this because I'm going to flip everything. So I'm going to make this nighttime. I'm going to make this function over here nighttime. And I'll scoot this over so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, and then, so what I want to do now is I want to flip these, so I'm just going to make this block. Oops. Make this block that should flip it, and I'll save it, and then, does that do what I want it to? No. Oh, I broke it. That's what I did. Okay, there we go. Yes, that's what I want. So, a little sunshine. I'll scoot back over so you guys can see what's up. So now it has a little sunshine, and it's just a little yellow circle. I could also like make a new border with like a orange border. I could put an emoji here. I think this is fine. I am gonna go ahead and put I should put a label name here. Label for dark mode, and then this name will be, whoops, I don't know what I did. I broke something though. Oops. Come on, go back. Okay. Ah, I see. It selected a whole bunch of stuff. Alright. There we go. Name equals dark mode. And then I want to just put dark mode. Ooh, I broke something, guys. Whoa. That is borked. That is super borked. Alright, what did I do wrong? Okay. Oh, you guys will see what I caught on fire right now when I add that. So I don't know why closing it broke it, but it borked it. So let me remember how to do labels, I guess, because I obviously don't remember how to do labels. So sad. Label, input, HTML. Label for dark mode, name, dark mode down here. I don't understand. Oh, am I doing some weird resizing stuff maybe? Am I putting the whole thing inside a label tag? Does this not end? What was I doing? Alright, so those are fine. Those are my little circles. This switch container class is what? Oh, yeah. I do only, okay. Okay. I'm going to give you guys a second so you can see what I'm doing as I work through my old code. Yeah. I borked it. Yes, I did close the tag. I just closed it somewhere else. Once it scrolls down, you can see where I closed it, and then you can see all that stuff. So I did close it somewhere else. I just did weird stuff because I wanted to have things change. Oh, can I not click it anymore? Did I super bork this, or is my internet just slow? Here. Alright, I'm breaking stuff. I'm going to get rid of the name part 2, and I'm going to get rid of this 4 because I think I was doing something weird, so I'm just going to put some ARIA roles here in a second. Maybe look at my code too. Okay. It still isn't what I want either. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna refresh the page because I want to see what it starts at. Because I think I need to change. Okay, so I need to change the default one. There we go. Okay, and then click it. It should turn off. Annoying. Okay. I'm wondering if I should have just written this from scratch. I tried to, you know, be fancy and just reuse code. Supposed to, I think, is definitely subjective here. I'm gonna go with this is probably not a good way to do it. I also wrote this like a year and a half ago. I remember being very happy that I could change colors with switches. So, yeah. Alright, so what we're going to do is because I want this little toggly thing, and I like the little moon and all that. I also have to figure out where I want it, so yeah. Alright, so this is definitely going to need aria role. So I want my day to be my default. So on, off, I want my on to be block and my off, oops, to be, wow, I can't type. Okay. So then, okay, there we go. That fixes that issue. Okay. Okay, and then here I'm also going to want to change my CSS sheet, but we're going to, this is going to be some work. Okay, that's fine. How big is this? So the way that I'm getting around the way that I'm doing this label thing is I'm just gonna, oh yeah, it's a block. Okay, that's fine. We can resize that. Is I am going to just add an aria role to it to say what it is, so that way people with sight will be able to tell that it's a toggle and a switch, and I'll add some text to it, and then I'll also add an area role to it for screen readers, so that way everybody can still use it, because this is probably not the way to do this, but we're playing. That's okay. That's the whole point of these kind of sites. Alright, I also am looking at this to see that it takes up the whole space, so we might have to do some resizing too. Okay, so I have a good idea of what my old code does. I have a lot of CSS that I want to copy. I'm going to try to organize this. I think I'm going to just make this its own sheet and load it separately. I think that's what makes the most sense, because this is such a long thing. Like, the actual CSS for my web page is only like 100 pages or 100 lines. And then we'll add this, and we'll add roles to it too. So yes, that is what we're going to do. I also have to decide where I want this to be. I think I want it like here. And then I'll give it a second so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Oh, I probably have to move my software too. Yep. This? No, that's not right. Okay. But yeah, so I think that's where I want to put it. I don't know how that's going to look in code, but that's where I want it. So let's play. Alright. Wow. My computer is struggling. So I want it to be inside the content. Oh, you know, this is also probably bad form. I'll wait for the thing to have up. I have a class and ID that are the same name. I should fix that. I'm not going to bother with it right now. But I'm going to note that that needs to be fixed, just like I noted that I need to add my skip tab index and I want to add those ARIA roles later. So it's okay. Alright. So I want to have it here. And then I want to add and call this button.css. And you know, I spent so much time making my website really small and light and tiny, and now I'm like just making it huge again. Do this. Save it. Go. I'll go through and fix this, but that's really boring to watch, so we're not going to stress about it. Let's take a look and see what this looks like in live server. Alright, so this is the live one that we haven't changed, so we don't care about that. Did I close live server? No, here we go. Hup. Oh, so it's not working because I didn't hook up the CSS to it. So let's fix that. Order matters. I probably will need to switch these orders, but we'll play and see. Oh, no. Okay, we're good. Alright. So very nice. That's where I want it. What does the CSS mean when you're using plus instead of a comma? I'm looking so I can see. It has something to do with how things are getting ordered. Pluses are indirect children and commas are direct children. I think, off the top of my head. I'd have to look. I'm looking for where I did it in code. Or it's the other way around. So basically it's just saying how it applies the rules to, yeah, I think it's direct. Yes, right? Yeah, so this is saying when it's focused and it slides, the little plus means that it's doing either the direct descendants or indirect descendants. I do not remember which one is which. I think plus is direct descendants and comma is indirect descendants, which all this means is if I'm getting the order right, is saying that if this input checked had another step into it, it wouldn't impact that. It just does the direct ones. Or flipped. But that's what the plus and the comma mean, is which children it's affecting. This is a good question. I think we'll talk about it this week. Combinators? Oh, no. Plus is adjacent siblings. So that means that, like, it's looking for other siblings around it too. Okay. I will give myself that, since I said direct, I was close, but not close enough. This just means that it'll affect all of the other siblings like it around there. But yeah, so good question. And here's like the official like definition. So that way, there's the official definition for it. Excellent. Okay. Alright. However, I don't want it where it is. It's over here and it's kind of big. So I want to put him. Oh, it's not working because I don't have the JavaScript in. So I'm going to push him to the other side and make him smaller, I think. I might also make it inline. So I might make these little circles into spans because I don't like that. Boop. So I'm going to make it smaller, push it to the other side, and make it inline. And I think I'm going to change the colors too, because I don't like that. But yeah, alright. Alright. So, then, what I want to do is, well, let's not worry about changing the color or moving it yet. Let's get the JavaScript stuff going and just get that done, because I want to eat before class. Alright. I'm going to add, some JavaScript. Let's scoot this over. Open this. Scoot this. Oops, that's my README. I want to open this. The other reason that I'm doing all of it this way is I think this is the most simplest way to do it, but I do think there are other ways to do it. Alright, so what I want to do is I'm going to do two things. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go get that code from CodePen. I'm going to take that. I'm going to put that in our project. Boop. I'm going to save it. And I'm going to remember to put my script link in here. It goes at the bottom. I probably will also add a CSS file now because this is getting a little out of hand. So now I have like 4 CSS pages. So I'll probably do a CSS and move all these things 2. So, I also want to show you guys this too, real fast, just so you can see what's up. This is GitHub projects. We'll talk about project management a lot, but I do want to show you guys this. So, add area roles to buttons and combine CSS into a file, tab index for header. And it's just a nice way to keep everything really organized. I recommend it. It's a nice little tool. It's free. It's where all your code lives. Alright. Okay, let's see if that works now. So now this should change colors. Yay! Okay, cool. So now what I want to do is I want to make everything else change colors. So I'm going to go in here. It's a fancy to do. Yeah, it's just like Trello or anything else. Get element. So what I want to do is I'm going to go hop into here, and I'm going to give my style sheet, my main one, because I want to, no matter what I do, I want to have my button and my normalize. But I want to change this one, so I want to give this an ID. Call it theme, and then save it. And then inside of here, what I want to do is theme. So what this is going to do now is it's going to look and see what the document is. And what I want to do is if this button is checked and it's in the sunshine mode, which I should probably rename, but I know it works like that, so I'm just going to add a little change name to match functionality. But I know it works right now, so I'm not going to mess with the ID too much because I went through and flipped everything else. So I probably could have just flipped the name, but I didn't. So then if it's I probably could like just change this and actually like think about how it works, but we're just gonna play. And then oh my god. There we go. And keep all my spacing consistent. And then else I'm gonna leave it light mode. This might be backwards, and I could like spend time and really think about it and try to figure out which one's the right way. Or I can just play with it. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, I'll let it load. Yay! I guessed right the first time. Wow. Okay, very happy. All right. So what I want to do now is I want to move that button over. I'm going to wrap the whole thing in a container, I think. So I'm going to take this guy, I'm going to wrap the whole thing, div ID equals dark button, just so I know what it is, and then that ends here. Save. Confetti. Yes. So we're just gonna do a little bit of pickiness. I'm gonna I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to I don't know. Let's play. Can I just cheat? I don't think this is gonna work, but we're gonna see if we can just do the easy way first. No. So sad. Is that what I called it? Ooh. Nope, it's an ID, not a class. Cool. Okay, so why did that not move? That did what I wanted it to, though. So, is that because this doesn't have any text? I'm going with yes. What about float? Yay, okay. And then I'm just going to give it a little bit of padding just so it's not chilling over there. Very nice. Cool. I'm a fan. I'm here for it. All right. So we're just going to wrap it up by pushing it. And then we're done. And I have some stuff I want to do next time, but I'm pretty happy with this. So I'm just going to do git add, git commit, dark mode, and git push. So yeah, I think genuinely this is pretty typical for when you want to add a new feature is you spend a lot of time reading old code and thinking about what exactly you want to do. Because I wrote like 10 lines of CSS and then like 3 lines of JavaScript. And then everything else was just editing and reading and understanding what I had already written. Which is why it's important to write comments. If I would have written better comments, I think that I would have been faster. But that's okay. I am pretty happy with this. I think it turned out nice. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go eat before our class starts. We'll talk to you guys later. I hope you guys had fun watching me put dark mode on my website.